What's up, guys? Welcome back to another edition of K-Cards Baseball. Thanks for joining me this evening. Hopefully you all are doing well out there and are looking forward to a nice weekend ahead. I know I am. Tomorrow is the Minnesota Sports Card Show, and Trenton and I do plan on attending that show. So plan on checking out a video in the coming days from the Minnesota Sports Card Show. Tonight on the channel, we are going to be doing a State of the Hobby video. I haven't made a State of the Hobby video for quite some time, particularly because there haven't been very many topics that have warranted a State of the Hobby video. I have been making quite a few new release videos lately, and there has been I don't know if you want to call it alarming, but definitely a trend that I wanted to call your attention to as I've been making those new release videos. And the topic primarily is related to blaster boxes and retail format in general. It looks to me like Topps might potentially be phasing out the blaster boxes in their product going forward. It kind of makes some sense, but on the other hand, it doesn't make a tremendous amount of sense, because I think that is probably the most popular format that Topps puts out on the retail side. But one trend I have noticed lately is that they seem to be loading up the hanger boxes and fat packs in particular and making those products better than the blaster boxes. Typically, Series 1 blaster boxes, when those come out in February, are probably the worst format of any of the retail or any of the products in general. And that trend seems to be continuing as the year has gone along. As you guys have seen lately, I have opened up quite a bit of Topps Update lately, both fat packs and blaster boxes. I haven't been able to find any hanger boxes anywhere on the retail side. It seems like you have to go online and order them from GameStops or Lids or one of those places to get any sort of hanger boxes at all. But the fat packs have definitely been better than the blaster boxes, and it seems to be that way in all of the flagship products for this year. In each one of the flagship products the Topps releases during the year, there is 5 different retail formats that Topps puts out. They put out the single packs, they put out fat packs, hanger boxes, blaster boxes, and monster or mega boxes. It seems to me that Topps could actually cut down on the retail product down to 3 different formats. They could eliminate the single packs and just go with fat packs, because the fat packs are only $3 more than the single packs, and you get 2.5 times the cards that you're going to get in a single packs, 14 cards versus 36 cards in a fat pack. And it seems like they could very well eliminate the blaster boxes when you have hanger boxes at 59 cards and blaster boxes at 84 cards. The hanger boxes seem like a pretty affordable format. They could actually beef up the hanger boxes a little bit, maybe charge a little bit more, and eliminate the blaster boxes entirely, and still go with a monster box format for the more serious retail only collector, the person that doesn't have the money to spend on a hobby box but still wants to have the chance to pull some decent cards out of a monster box. It seems to me like they very well could cut down to 3 products, and it looks like they are going to be doing that going forward. We're going to switch over to the computer, and I'm going to illustrate my point when it comes to Topps Chrome, Stadium Club, and Update, and the trends that we are seeing in the various formats that Topps releases. So let's flip over the computer and take a look at the spreadsheets for these products. Before we dive into the spreadsheet, I want to put out there my usual spiel. If you're new to the channel and haven't had a chance to hit that like and subscribe button, I'd appreciate if you guys could take care of that. It is your best way to show your support for the channel, and I would greatly appreciate it. So moving on to the Topps Chrome spreadsheet. Alrighty guys, what you see in front of you is a look at Topps Chrome for this year versus last year. I wanted to do a breakdown on each one of the parallels and take a look to see what kind of changes have happened from last year to this year. Green is good and red is bad, obviously. You see over here in 2024, the entire blaster box column is all red. And that is comparing 2023 blaster boxes to 2024, and the hit ratio or pack odds for each one of the parallels in the set. So let's take a look at it. Here is the hobby boxes, and hobby boxes are actually better this year than they were last year. So it looks to me like they have taken many of the parallels out of the blaster boxes and loaded them into both the hobby and the jumbo boxes. For example, the purples last year was 1 in 128 packs in a hobby box, and this year is 1 in 119. So not a dramatic difference. The biggest difference we are seeing are in the jumbo boxes. Jumbo boxes, for example, on purple, you would get a purple in 1 in every 84 jumbo packs last year. This year it went down to 1 in 36. The aquas were 1 in 112 last year and 1 in 55 this year. Blues 1 in 169 down to 1 in 76 this year, and the greens 1 in 169 down to 1 in 110 this year. So it is across each one of the parallels. They have really loaded up the jumbo boxes. What that tells me is that they are primarily catering towards the breakers by loading up the jumbo boxes. They have really taken out most of the parallels out of blaster boxes and seem to be putting them into both the hobby and the jumbo boxes. The jumbo boxes in particular, because that is a stark and dramatic improvement year over year in the hit ratio for jumbo boxes over last year, and a stark difference in the blaster boxes. The blaster boxes, for example, just on a negative, were 1 in 165 last year, 1 in every 249 this year. Where we really see it is last year on the aquas, for example, they were 1 in 334 packs. This year it's 1 in 503. And on blues are 1 in 444. And the greens were 1 in every 672 last year. This year 1 in every 1,016. Now, one thing that is kind of curious is that they really beefed up the monster boxes this year over last year. So it seems to me they are trying to move people away from buying blaster boxes and more towards buying the monster boxes, based on what we're seeing here in the Topps Chrome ratios for hitting parallel cards. So that is the first thing that I noticed. One thing it looks to me the Topps tried to do this year when they really took the parallels out of the blaster boxes and then loaded them into the hobby side is, I think that is part of the reason why they created the Ray Waves exclusive to the retail product for Chrome this year. I do like the Ray Waves, to be honest with you, but the pack odds for hitting a Ray Wave are high enough to where it is not something that you can count on. I do like some of the odds on the monster boxes. For example, an aqua, 1 in every 101 packs. So that is 1 in every 10 monster boxes. So a pretty low ratio at $70 a piece is you're going to spend $700 to get even an aqua or a low Ray Wave card. So for me, I don't have $700 to spend to try and get one parallel out of the product. And the value of that parallel isn't going to be enough to compensate for the amount of money that you do have to spend to try and get that one single card. So let's go ahead and take a look at Topps Stadium Club. In looking at Stadium Club, there are some differences in the formats. You don't have jumbo boxes in Stadium Club. What you do have are two different types of hobby boxes. One is the standard hobby box, which is 16 packs and 8 cards per pack, and a compact box, 8 packs and 8 cards per pack. The hit ratio for each one of those two hobby-related formats is the same. So for example, on blues, in the hobby box, you get them 1 in every 118 packs, which is the exact same as what you're going to get in a compact box. So that is the big difference from Stadium Club to the other products that do come out during the year. In the blaster boxes this year, similar to what we just talked about in Topps Chrome, the blaster boxes have dramatically changed as far as the hit ratio this year versus last year. And a brief example of that is looking at the blue parallels. Last year you did get a blue parallel, 1 in every 307 blaster packs. This year it goes up to 1 in every 1,052. The members only cards last year was 1 in every 193. This year it is 1 in every 1,283. And the photographer's proof last year was 1 in every 385 blaster packs. This year is 1 in every 2,566. So this year they have taken out most of the parallels out of blaster boxes and loaded them into the hobby format. And the hobby formats this year are quite a bit better than what they were last year. So for example, the blue parallels last year was 1 in every 144 hobby packs, and this year is 1 in every 118. The rainbow foils were 1 in every 288 last year. This year they're 1 in every 235. And the photographer's proof are the same this year versus last year. So it seems to me that they are really trying to push people more towards buying the hobby formats and getting away from the blaster boxes. These blaster boxes for Stadium Club really, in my opinion, aren't very good. I'd much rather go for the fat packs because of those pink parallel cards. So that is a look at Stadium Club. Now let's take a look at Topps Chrome Update, which comes out this coming Wednesday. In looking at Topps Chrome Update, this is very similar to Topps Chrome, where we do see a dramatic improvement in the hit ratios on the jumbo boxes versus last year. So for example, on Magentas last year was 1 in every 33 jumbo packs. This year is 1 in every 24. Aquas were 1 in 65. This year they're 1 in 47. And blues were 1 in every 86. And this year they're 1 in every 63. So they, it seems, have really loaded up the jumbo boxes. The hobby box ratios are pretty much the same. Slightly worse this year than what they were last year, but the difference is pretty insignificant. The purples, for example, last year 1 in every 135, this year 1 in every 137, so relatively the same. And year over year, it looks like the hit ratios in the pack odds are within 2 or 3 packs of what they were last year. However, the mega boxes this year are significantly worse than the blaster boxes from last year. So it looks like, again, they have taken the parallels out of the retail product and loaded them into the jumbos and tried to compensate for that by giving us the ray waves in the product, which we didn't get last year. Just as an example, looking at the blaster boxes last year versus mega boxes this year, the purples last year were 1 in every 165 blaster boxes. This year they're 1 in every 219. The blues were 1 in every 276 last year. This year 1 in every 366. The golds were 1 in every 827 last year. 1 in every 1,094 this year. And here is the biggest one. The oranges were 1 in every 1,660 last year. This year they're 1 in every 2,187. So that is a dramatic difference year over year for the retail side. It doesn't take into consideration the ray waves, which we will get an update, but we're going to have the same issue that we did have in Chrome, where the hit ratio on those ray waves and the pack odds on those ray waves are high enough to where it doesn't make it enough value for you to go out and invest in a bunch of retail. Your best shot is to go after these jumbo boxes if you have the money. So again, it looks to me like Topps is trying to cater more towards the breakers, because we know that breakers are the ones that primarily invest in the jumbo boxes. So I'm really interested in seeing what Topps is going to do going into next year, particularly as it relates to their flagship product on the retail side. It does look to me, based on this information, that they are trying to phase out the blaster boxes. Is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? In some cases it might be a good thing. In some cases it might be a bad thing. For the Chrome product, when blaster boxes are at $40 and monster boxes are at $65, if they just went to the monster boxes like they're going to do for the update set, I don't know how many people, how many common collectors or everyday collectors are going to be able to spend a bunch of money buying a bunch of retail mega boxes and just being content getting base product and maybe an occasional Ray Wave out of those mega boxes. So it'll be definitely interesting to see what happens going into next year. Like I said earlier, it does make sense to me to some extent for reducing the material cost of eliminating blaster boxes and possibly single packs. I can see them doing that because I'm sure on the material cost side, is that cost effective to come out with so many different formats? I would guess probably not, when they could easily either beef up a couple of their other products that they release and make it more digestible for the everyday consumer out there. So that is about all I got for you guys tonight. Thanks for checking out this video and all the other content on the channel. One quick reminder is that we do have the giveaway going on for 900 subscribers right now, where the winner of that giveaway will have their choice of getting either a blaster box of update or 3 fat packs of update. So that is really exciting. Looking forward to making that video in the coming weeks. I'm sitting at like 870 subscribers right now, so it'll probably be a couple of weeks yet before we will get to 900 subscribers and be able to do that giveaway. If you are interested in being entered into that giveaway, you can go to the video that I made last week announcing the 900 subscriber giveaway and put a comment in the comment section on that video, and you will be entered into this giveaway. Hopefully I didn't make that too confusing. Anyways, if you do have any questions about that giveaway and how to get entered, throw a comment in the comment section and I will point you in the right direction. Finally, that is all I got for you guys tonight. Thanks again, guys, for checking out this video. Stay tuned for lots of other great content coming out. We do have another break video coming out on Monday, and the sports card show video, as well as other great content. So anyways, guys, be safe out there and happy collecting. We will talk to you guys later.